Welcome to our 2021 Clipper 262 BHS. Starting right in the back here, we just got your hot water tank. So you just get that one little keyway there, just kind of pop it up, line it up, and pops on open. All of your controls for turning it on are just inside the unit. Before you ever turn it on though, you just want to hit this relief valve right there. Make sure that shot of water comes out. That little bit of water coming out is just letting you know it is full, it's safe to fire it up. You're not going to burn anything out by doing so. Once we get inside and do fire it up, I will go over a reset procedure, and the button that I'll refer to is just right here. Okay. Closing that back up, just flip it back up, line up that keyway, lock it down. In the end of your bumper here, if you just pull that cap off, reach in a little bit, you got your sewer hose in here. So just take note of those two ears in the adapter here. That's how we'll be hooking it up to your sewer hose, your sewer connection. And then the hose itself does stretch out about 20 feet long once fully extended. Just keeping it stored in the bumper here just to help keep any sort of stench out of the trailer, just keep that things that little bit cleaner. Right. In this corner, as well as in each corner of the trailer, you got these stabilizer jacks. So what they're going to do is they're just going to come down, contact the ground, give it another turn or so just to firm it up. And that'll just get rid of any sort of bounce or sway that you can see you got in the unit right now. Up from there, we've got a cable and satellite inlet. So cable on the left, satellite on the right. You're just going to take a coax cable, plug it into there, turn it on, and it'll fire up at your TV location. Above that is your power cord, so just pop that port open, reach in a little bit. We've got your standard 30 amp end here. Most campsites are going to have that. You can plug straight on in, and you're good to go. Right? Once this guy's fully extended, it is about 20 feet long, give or take. Down on the bottom here, we've got your city water connection. So you're just going to take a water hose, plug it into there, turn on the water, and that'll pressurize the lines throughout the unit. Above that, we've got your freshwater tank fill, so that cap just unscrews, take your water hose, plug it into there, turn on the water, fills up your freshwater tank. You know that tank is full once it starts spitting water out of the vent right beside it here, just right there. And then the drain for that tank is just right down here. You get that one little white cap, just unthread that, pull it off, and that'll drain itself out. Exhaust for your furnace here, so if you're ever running your furnace, you just want to make sure nothing's blocking that. It does get hot. Down towards the front, we've got your exterior shower here. So you'll get a key just like this guy here. Just stick it on in, open her up. And you get the standard 3-foot hose, standard head, hot and cold water. So if the dog's out getting muddy or whatever, you can spray him off before he gets inside. Close that back up and lock it down. Down from there, we got your sewer connection. So on the left, you got a gray valve. On the right, you got a black. So that black valve is controlling your black tank, which is of course going to be your dirtiest water. We'll dump that first. Once that black is done, you'll come over to the gray. Gray is filled from your sink as well as your shower, so typically cleaner water. We'll dump that last just to help keep that hose as clean as possible. The hose will be attached in the same way this cap does, so just kind of press in, pull off. It's got the same two ears. Attach it just by pressing it in, turning it, locks into place. Behind that, you got two little low point drains there, so the same sort of caps that your freshwater tank drain had in the back. You're just going to unthread that cap, allow the water to drain itself out. Purpose of that being is if you're looking to winterize the unit, you just want to get all that water out, or if you're leaving the trailer for a while and don't want your water going stagnant. One end of your storage compartment here, so it does see straight through to the other side. Around the front, this box here has your battery in it, so as long as you're plugged in through that short cord in the back or your 7-pin into your tow vehicle, that battery is charging for you. We also got your 2 propane tanks here, so you can see your changeover is currently pointing to this tank, letting us know we're drawing off of this tank. So as we open that up, you can see the little indicator back there is green. If it were to go red, it's just letting you know that this tank has gone empty, so at that point you just close it off, flip over to the other side, run off of this one while you get the other one filled. In the front, we've got your smart tongue jack, so just kind of press and hold up, it makes its way up, down, and then the light there to see what you're doing. A bunch of different settings that you can play with. It's all got features on the side there. On this side of the unit, we just got a little solar panel plug in right there, so just a 2-prong plug will go into there, charge your battery. Other end of your storage compartment. So in here we do have a water hose for you, as well as a park adapter. So if you get your 30 amp end into there, 15 amp into a standard household outlet, you can get your unit plugged in, charge your batteries, run your fridge. Then you also get your jack here for running all of your stabilizers. Yeah, so that just attaches on, one way's up, one way's down. This door right here is just an entrance into your front bedroom, nothing special there. Do have a quick connect here that goes for your griddle, which is right inside of your outside kitchen here. So you just get that one little finger there, holds the door open, then you get the fridge up top here. So it is a 120 volt only fridge, so you do have to be plugged in for it to work. Otherwise, you just pull this bottom slide out, and we got your griddle here. So your propane hose, you just got that quick connect, just gonna pull that collar back and you can undo it. Stretch it out a bit. Then in the back, we just got the same connection there. You're just gonna take that collar, pull it back, press it into place, let it lock down. On this other end will run down to the unit here. So here it's a little bit different with that dust cap. Push that collar back and you can press it into place. Then you also get that valve there. So with that valve opened up, allowing the flow of propane, you cannot undo that collar. Just kind of an added safety so you don't go pouring out your propane. All right, so once we got that all set up, you come up to the griddle here. Just take that knob and press it in, turn it past light, and just give it a couple of tries, and you can hear once you're fired up. Right, once you're fired up, just kind of set it to your desired temperature, and there you go. Once you're done, just turn it back to off, and that's that. This little grease trap just flows into here, so just dump that out every now and then. Once we're done, we're going to start at the trailer, close off that valve, undo that collar, pull that out, put that dust cap back in place. And the same thing at the other end, just pull that off, and then I just like to connect the hose to itself, just guarantees that absolutely nothing's getting in there, and then we can just tuck it back away. GFI protected outlet here, so if you're looking to make coffee or toast outside, you got the power to do so. Straight up from there, we got your stove vent. So of course, propane stove is putting off fumes whenever you're using it, so you just want to make sure that your fan inside is turned on, evacuating those fumes, and this flap here opens so those fumes can make it outside. Once you're done going traveling, you can just kind of take it and press it into place. You'll hear it click, and that's just it closed off, prevent dust from getting in there. Towards the back door, you have a leash link here, so if you got the dog outside, you can tie him down. Then in the very back of the unit, we just got your spare tire, as well as a mount for an observation camera. And then this storage compartment down in the center here, you have this one little panel on the side. It's got 3 screws holding it in. Pull out those 3 screws, you can move that panel, you get access to your hot water tank as well as your water pump. So if you're looking to winterize the unit, it's all back there. Now coming to the door, you just got your assist handle up 90 degrees, falls into place. Open up that door. The door is just on a friction hinge, so it just kind of sits wherever you leave it. Then we can take this handle either way, pop it open, slide the steps out. If you need to change the length of your legs here, you just got the little pin, pop that out, you can change the length of the leg based on your needs. And as we make our way inside, right in on the right, we've got your fire extinguisher, so standard, pull the pin, point and shoot. And then up on the wall here, we got all of your controls. So in the center right here, you got your awning light, does that strip outside. Ceiling light, we'll do all of our ceiling lights inside here. Water pump, turns on your water pump drawing out of your freshwater tank. And then on the left is your water heater, and that'll turn on your water heater. Now it is hot right now, so that's why it's not turning on, but normally if it were cold, you turn that on, this light up here will come on, letting you know the ignition sequence will start. Once that sequence is started, it'll go out, and it'll try that 3 times. If after that 3rd try it hasn't fired up, at that point we're just going to go out, use that reset button that we've shown you. I do know it works though, we did have hot water just 10 minutes ago. Up top here, we've got your monitor system. So on the left, you got battery. So you can see in the bottom here, we're currently C for charging. So because we're plugged in right now, currently charging. G would be good, F is fair, L is low. For your fresh tank, as you fill that up, it'll go to 1/3, 2/3 and full. Same idea for your black and your gray. In the bottom right here, you've got your awning. Just press and hold extend, and that awning will make its way out. And once that awning's fully extended, you'll just see a little black flap as well as the black of the metal tube out at the end. So there's your flap. Once you see the tube, you're going to want to stop. If you were to continue extending, it will actually wind itself up backwards, in which case your fabric will be underneath the tube, allowing it to then hold water, accelerating the growth of mold and mildew. If it were to start raining, it's going to be holding some water anyways, so what you can do is just grab either arm, front or rear, pull it down and in, tighten down this little knob there. You can see that changes the pitch out at the awning, or out of the awning head, allowing water to then run off. Now if you like that angle better because it does give you more shade, you can do the same thing at the front. Otherwise, if you want to leave them loose and fully extended, just so that we're not running the risk of bending anything straight back in. So now we'll press and hold the track, the awning will make its way back in. Again, we're just making sure that our fabric is over top of the tube. And one more thing to keep in mind with the awning is it does just catch the wind. So once you get up to about 15-20 kilometers an hour wind, you want to bring it back in just so that you're not running the risk of bending your arms. So then along the steps here, you do have each drawer for each step. Alright, a little bit of storage there, as well as the closet space here. And then up in the bunks, you just get this light right up on the top there, as well as the one little USB charger in the back. Got your blind and your window there, of course. Pretty well same thing down in the center here. You get this light along the center, USB charging, and the light, or in the window. Underneath your couch, you do have a little bit of storage there. Just be mindful of the fact that your furnace is on the other end. For your slide, we're just going to press and hold out, and that slide will make its way out. Once that slide's fully extended, you'll just hear some clicks from the motors letting you know they've reached their stall. Click there. Right above my head we got your smoke detector. There we go. So along the back here you just got a bit of storage. This couch here does also, if you just pick up the foot, fold down into a bed. Once you're done, just back up. This light switch right there does a little night light along the bottom there underneath the bed. Blinds throughout the unit pretty well just sit where you leave them. Okay. And then in the slide out, one little center push button light there, same sort of blind on the back, sits where you leave it. Right. Pull that slider, slide your window open, close it. Dinette, then we got your fridge here. So you just have that one little travel latch, so you just want to make sure that's opened off. Then we get in the bottom here, we got your fridge, temp selection across the top there. Freezer up top, again, temp selection just straight in the back. Right behind me we got your thermostat here, so just press that bottom bar, it'll wake it up, and then you hit it again to go into fan. So that's just moving air. I'll just put the fan on and low, and then fan high, so high fan speed. After fan high, it'll go into cool. So at this point, it'll leave the fan on high all the time, cycling cooling in and out as needed. Same idea with your low there. If we go into cool low auto, that'll leave the, that'll become an on-demand system where it'll use the fan and the air conditioning as needed. Same thing for high, but with the high fan. Temp selection is just with your arrows here. With the AC going, you basically got two different options. You can have these two louvers here closed, in which case we're using all of the ceiling ducting to move our air. Or you can open them up and it just dumps all of its air into the living room here. So when you first get out to your campsite, you're going to want to just open it up, cool off this area as quickly as you can, and then close them off to start moving the air throughout. After cool with that bar again, come down into heat. I'll turn off the air conditioner and turn on the furnace. And the furnace will be moving its air through these floor registers that you have right up the unit. Now the first couple of times you go to use that furnace, you might get a little bit of a smell throughout the trailer. It's just a new furnace smell. I wish I could help you. Hit that bar again after heat, comes back down to off, and just cycles back around. Right. Above your sink, you get the one little light there, as well as above this counter space here. Nope, sorry. Right. So you do have the two hard covers for your sink, so you can put a hot pot on there, not for too long, but you can for a moment. Right. GFI protected outlet back here, so test on the left, reset in the center, storage across the top. Right. Then for your microwave here, pretty standard, just like home. Not much I can teach you there. Below that we got your range vents, we got the light on the left, fan on the right. So this is that fan that you want turned on whenever you're using your stove, just that we're evacuating those fumes. Bifold cover is just going to flip on back, sits in place there. Turn your knob over to high, hit it with a sparker, and she fires right up. Now the first time you go to use this out at camping, it could take a minute just to fire it all up, just so it's got to clear all the air of the propane lines. Perfectly normal. Once we're done, just turn it back off and close her up. So that little button on the right there, if you turn that on, does all of your knobs as well as your oven light. You can open that up. Turn that little stove knob over to the little flame, hit it with a sparker, and as soon as it clears the air out of that line, you'll get that pilot light in the back there. There we go. Once you get that lit up, you're just going to want to hold that knob in for another couple of seconds, then you can release and it'll hold itself. Then just turn up to your desired temperature and she fires right up. Once you're done, just turn it back down to pilot and it'll hold just the pilot light for you. However, if you're leaving or going traveling for a while, you just want to make sure that guy's right off. Below that, we got your converter. So just press the top and center, pops on open, get all of your breakers down the center there. Whenever a breaker breaks, it'll sit in the middle, so just turn it off and then back on. On the right side, we got all of your fuses. If a fuse would ever pop, you'll get a little red LED right beside it, letting you know exactly which one went. LP detector here, so propane's heavy in there, it'll sit on the floor. This guy will detect it and start going off just like your smoke detector. And then we just got the storage drawers here for it as well. Below the sink, you do have a little bit of storage here too. Just being mindful of your drain there, you obviously don't want to be breaking that. And then your entertainment area, so you get the storage across the bottom there. and your stereo. So the power button there, turn it on. All right. Hit mode to go through all of our modes here. So auxiliary 1 is in the front there, HDMI also in the front here, FM, so your stereo. Hit band to go through all of your bands, so all of your AM, FMs. Zone 1 is your inside set of speakers. Zone 2 is your outside set. So if we hit zone 2 right here, that'll turn it off, and that's it. If we turn it back on there, hit the volume, you can see we adjust that volume, turn it off, and it doesn't adjust anymore, right? It kind of works like that. Otherwise, hit that power button there, you get into all of your settings, and press and hold that power button, turns it off. This pouch here has all of your owner's manuals, all of your keys, anything like that for the unit you're going to find right in there. The AV cables, which are already pre-wired to the stereo, so if you get that TV installed, you can have your sound going through your stereo system there. And now we'll just make our way into the bathroom. So once we get in here, light switch is just right up on the wall there. Get your medicine cabinets here. So they do also provide you with a little chemical sample for your toilet. So after the first couple of times you use that, you're going to want to take that whole bottle, just pour it down there, and that'll just help break down and degrade everything that's in there. Just keep things smelling a bit nicer. Second GFI protected outlet here, so test on the left, reset in the center again. Hot and cold water at your sink, of course. Drains right below. Again, just being mindful of those. We don't want to be breaking them. Closet space here. Then for your toilet, you just got the little flusher right front and center there. Shower, standard head and hose, and the curtain. Above my head for the roof vent, just turn that knob to open it up. You get that switch in the corner, turns on the fan. And then into the front bedroom. So here's your other entrance here. So right inside that entrance would be your light switch up on the wall. Get your closet space, get a little power outlet there as well. Right above the head of the bed, get a little light there, so just on its own center push button. And if we pick up the foot of the bed, you get access to a little storage compartment there as well. And then over on this side here, we just got your emergency exit. So you're just pulling that red tab to get rid of the screen. Take this handle here. Alright, so get rid of the screen, take this handle here, throw it outside, hop on out. USB charging up on the wall as well as a power outlet. Just an identical closet space here. Up on the wall you do have a TV backer as well as your power and cable and satellite outlet and a power outlet for it as well. And then lastly is just your sliding door, so you just have that one little bungee there, just kind of straps it, and that's that. So if you got any other questions on the unit, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.